1987 Philippine Constitution 1. Part 6. Article 9. Constitutional Commissions. The three constitutional commissions. 1. Civil Service Commission, CSC. 2. Commission on Elections, COMELEC, and 3. Commission on Audit, COA. Prohibitions to hold other office or employment. A. No member of a constitutional commission shall, during his tenure, hold any other office or employment. B. Neither shall he engage in the practice of any profession. C. Nor engage in the active management or control of any business which in any way may be affected by the functions of his office. D. Nor shall he be financially interested, directly or indirectly, in any contract with, or in any franchise or privilege granted by the government. Enjoyment of fiscal autonomy. The Commission shall enjoy fiscal autonomy. Their approved annual appropriations shall be automatically and regularly released. Composition of the Civil Service Commission. 1. A chairman, and 2. 2 commissioners. Qualifications of the Civil Service Commissioner. 1. Natural-born citizens. 2. 35 years of age. 3. A person with proven capacity for public administration, and 4. Must not have been candidates for any elective position in the elections immediately preceding their appointment. A term of 7 years without reappointment. The chairman and the commissioners shall be appointed by the President with the consent of the Commission on Appointments for a term of 7 years without reappointment. Coverage of the Civil Service. The Civil Service embraces A. All branches. B. Subdivisions. C. Instrumentalities, and D. Agencies of the government. E. Including government-owned or controlled corporations with original charters, GOCC. Appointments according to merit and fitness. Appointments in the civil service shall be made only according to merit and fitness to be determined, as far as practicable, and except to positions which are A. Policy determining, B. Primarily confidential, or C. Highly technical, by competitive examination. Cause of removal or suspension of officer or employee. No officer or employee in the civil service shall be removed or suspended, except for cause provided by law. Prohibition to engage in. No officer or employee in the civil service shall engage, directly or indirectly, in any electioneering or partisan political campaign. The right to self-organization of government employees. The right to self-organization shall not be denied to government employees. Mandate to establish a career service. The Civil Service Commission, as the central personnel agency of the government, shall establish a career service and adopt measures to promote morale, efficiency, integrity, responsiveness, progressiveness, and courtesy in the civil service. 1-year ban to losers in election. No candidate who has lost in any election shall, within 1 year after such election, be appointed to any office in the government or any government-owned or controlled corporations or in any of their subsidiaries. Prohibition on elective official. No elective official shall be eligible for appointment or designation in any capacity, to any public office or position during his tenure. Prohibition on double compensation. No elective or appointive public officer or employee shall receive additional, double, or indirect compensation, unless specifically authorized by law. The Commission on Elections. COMELEC. Composition of Commission on Elections. A. 1 Chairman. B. 6 Commissioners. Qualifications of Commissioners of Commission on Elections. A. Natural-born citizens. B. At least 35 years of age. C. Holders of a college degree. D. Must not have been candidates for any elective position in the immediately preceding elections. Powers and functions of the Commission on Elections. 1. Enforce and administer all laws and regulations relative to the conduct of an election, plebiscite, initiative, referendum, and recall. 2. Exercise exclusive original jurisdiction over all contests relating to the elections, returns, and qualifications of all elective regional, provincial, and city officials. 3. Appellate jurisdiction over all contests involving elective municipal officials decided by trial courts of general jurisdiction, or involving elective barangay officials decided by trial courts of limited jurisdiction. 4. Decide, except those involving the right to vote, all questions affecting elections, including determination of the number and location of polling places, appointment of election officials and inspectors, and registration of voters. 5. Deputize, with the concurrence of the President, law enforcement agencies and instrumentalities of the government, including the armed forces of the Philippines, for the exclusive purpose of ensuring free, orderly, honest, peaceful, and credible elections. 6. Register, after sufficient publication, political parties, organizations, or coalitions which, in addition to other requirements, must present their platform or program of government, and accredit citizens' arms of the. 7. Recommend to Congress effective measures to minimize election spending, including limitation of places where propaganda materials shall be posted, and to prevent and penalize all forms of election frauds, offenses, malpractices, and nuisance candidacies. 8. Recommend to the President the removal of any officer or employee it has deputized, or the imposition of any other disciplinary action, for violation, or disregard of, or disobedience to its directive, order, or decision. 9. Submit to the President and the Congress a comprehensive report on the conduct of each election, plebiscite, initiative, referendum, or recall. Proceedings in the Commission on Elections. The Commission on Elections may sit, A. en banc, or B. in 2 divisions. No pardon for violation of election laws without. No pardon, amnesty, parole, or suspension of sentence for violation of election laws, rules, and regulations shall be granted by the President without the favorable recommendation of the Commission. No votes to political party except. No votes cast in favor of a political party, organization, or coalition shall be valid, except for those registered under the party list system as provided in this Constitution. Sectors that may be allowed to be accredited as party list. A. Labor. B. Peasant. C. Urban poor. D. Indigenous cultural communities. E. Women. F. Youth. G. Such other sectors as may be provided by law, except religious sector. The Commission on Audit. COA. Composition of Commission on Audit, COA. A. Chairman. B. 2 Commissioners. Qualification of Commissioners of Commission on Audit. A. Natural-born citizens. B. At least 35 years of age. C. A. Certified public accountants, CPA, or members of the Philippine Bar. D. Not less than 10 years of auditing experience for CPA, or 10 years in the practice of law for members of the Philippine Bar, and E. Must not have been candidates for any elective position in the elections immediately preceding their appointment. Power, authority, and duty of the Commission on Audit. To examine, audit, and settle all accounts pertaining to the revenue and receipts of, and expenditures or uses of funds and property, owned or held in trust by, or pertaining to, the government, or any of its subdivisions, agencies, or instrumentalities, including government-owned and controlled corporations with original charters, and on a post-audit basis. No law for exemption in auditing. No law shall be passed exempting any entity of the government or its subsidiary in any guise whatever, or any investment of public funds, from the jurisdiction of the Commission on Audit. Local government. The territorial and political subdivisions of the Philippines. A. Provinces. B. Cities. C. Municipalities. D. Barangays. And E. Autonomous regions in Muslim Mindanao and consultative body of the Cordilleras. Enjoyment of local autonomy. The territorial and political subdivisions of the Philippines shall enjoy local autonomy. What is local autonomy? It is the right and effective capacity of local government authorities to resolve and manage the public affairs. Mandate to enact a local government code. The Congress shall enact a local government code which shall provide for a more responsive and accountable local government structure, instituted through a system of decentralization with effective mechanisms of recall, initiative, and referendum. What is decentralization? It refers to the transfer of authority from a central government to a subnational entity. What is recall election? Is a procedure by which voters can remove an elected official from office through a direct vote, before that official's term has ended. President power over local governments. The President of the Philippines shall exercise general supervision over local governments. LGU's power to create its own sources of revenues. Each local government unit shall have the power to create its own sources of revenues and to levy taxes, fees. Such taxes, fees, and charges shall accrue exclusively to the local governments. LGU's just share in national taxes. Local government units shall have a just share, as determined by law, in the national taxes which shall be automatically released to them. LGUs shall be entitled to an equitable share. Local governments shall be entitled to an equitable share in the proceeds of the utilization and development of the national wealth within their respective areas, in the manner provided by law, including sharing the same with the inhabitants by way of direct benefits. The term of office of elective local officials shall be 3 years, and no such official shall serve for more than 3 consecutive terms. Voluntary renunciation of the office for any length of time shall not be considered as an interruption in the continuity of his service for the full term for which he was elected. Sectoral representation in LGU's legislative bodies. The legislative bodies of local governments shall have sectoral representation as may be prescribed by law. Requirements to create LGU. No province, city, municipality, or barangay may be created, divided, merged, abolished, or its boundary substantially altered, except in accordance with the criteria established in the local government code, and subject to approval by a majority of the votes cast in a plebiscite in the political units directly affected. Kinds of cities. A. Highly urbanized cities, HUC. B. Independent component cities, ICC. C. Component cities, CC. Mandate to create autonomous regions. There shall be created autonomous regions in Muslim Mindanao and in the Cordilleras, consisting of provinces, cities, municipalities, and geographical areas sharing common and distinctive historical and cultural heritage, economic and social structures, and other relevant characteristics. President's general supervision power over autonomous regions. The President shall exercise general supervision over autonomous regions to ensure that laws are faithfully executed. The Organic Act of Autonomous Regions provides that 1. Administrative organization. 2. Creation of sources of revenues. 3. Ancestral domain and natural resources. 4. Personal, family, and property relations. 5. Regional urban and rural planning development. 6. Economic, social, and tourism development. 7. Educational policies. 8. Preservation and development of the cultural heritage. 9. Such other matters as may be authorized by law for the promotion of the general welfare of the people of the region. Responsibility of the local police agencies. The preservation of peace and order within the regions shall be the responsibility of the local police agencies, which shall be organized, maintained, supervised, and utilized in accordance with applicable laws. The defense and security of the regions shall be the responsibility of the national government.